Going. Going.
Run, 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 run.
Jumper. Do you like that?
Abandoned by his wife and daughters, Fred Dibnah, the boat and steeplejack, passed the long and lonely evenings in his newly completed steam workshop.
I'm managing all right. The cooking's a bit of a mess, because you've got to stop whatever you're doing for go in and cook your dinner, you see. And it takes a long time, like, you know, which I'm used to, like, just racing in and getting at it. I did my first trip to met this divorced fella, like, young chap, you know, he'd only been married for 2 years, and it happened to him. And he took me to the supermarket the other day, you know, shoving the bloody trolley round, and I felt a right buck, you know, never done out like that in my life. The thing is, it's very peaceful here, you know, and we've got rid of the bloody pop music. And, you know, you've time to think, sort of thing. Before, all these young fellas coming round after the daughters, you know, the bloody parlour, they couldn't even sit in my own chair some days. There were that many of them in the place, you know. Broke the bloody casters off the chaise lounge, like, you know. 6 of them sat on it, you know, big lads, all 6 foot tall. And all of them have gone now, so it'll give me a chance to lick the place into shape, sort of thing, you know. I've sanded the floor in the new extension, so tonight's job will be putting the sealer on. And you know, like I say, now I can play me Joseph Strauss records or waltzes, you know, and you know, I like them.
Now came a new development. The spectacle of a man swinging along alone, uncared for and unsupervised, proved too painful for some ladies to bear. Fred found himself under pursuit.
Yeah, I had one letter from a lady in London who said she would come up and look after me. And one of her greatest wishes would be to look at my steam engine. 1 or 2 magic phone calls, you know. Some of them sounding unbelievable, like, I just thought I'd give you a ring because I'm feeling a bit low at the present moment. My answer to that was, I am an old lover. I'm going to treat all of this with a great deal of caution.
I know I could fix you with, Fred. Somebody I know.
One of your staff, like.
That's right, yeah. You know, are you interested, eh?
What's she like?
Good-looking lady.
She'll like the world of old iron and
Oh, I'm sure she would,
Victoria.
yeah. Oh, aye, yeah. She's been on her own a long time now. No commitments, you know. Come down, I'll fix you up.
Yeah. Come round to where you've got it stacked away, like.
Come down to my shop and fix you up. She works in the mornings. Calling for some fags.
I've never done anything like this for a long time, you know. It's very nerve-wracking sort of thing.
Very nice she
Might
is.
not fancy an old bugger like me, you know, like.
I'll have to find out, won't you?
Yeah, there's only one way, isn't there? Give it a whirl. How old is she, like, what?
Well, Fred, she's never told me what her age is, you know, but I think it'll suit you. You'll have to see her.
Not too young for an old boy like me, you know?
No, it'll be right. She will be.
Yeah. What's she interested in, like, anything?
Well, she likes dancing. I think she goes all-time dancing.
Well, I'm not into that, mate, dancing.
She has to find some interest, hasn't she? She has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
She's got her own house, no commitments. And I don't think she's looking for somebody to get married to, but all's in your court, aye?
You know, like, I don't really know, like, in my present sort of situation, you know, I don't even know whether I want one round here or not, just at present, you know, it's a bit difficult. You know, I think a bit of time going by will be better for me.
Well, all I'm doing is introducing for you somebody to go out with and, you know, perhaps wash your clothes, make breakfast for you and look after you, eh? That's all I'm doing, friend.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah. But, you know, it's a bit difficult, you know. I'm still a bit, not managing okay on my own, like.
Well, call in anyway. Come and see me. Never, you know, not just a lady. Just come and see me.
I'll think
friend.
about it, you know.
Yeah.
Bit difficult for me, you know.
Well, I might see the lady and mention. We get on very well with her, you know, so I will mention. All right, Fred. You'll have to call in.
I'll bear it in mind. I'll think about it. Preferably, if I were looking for a new wife or a new lady, she'd have to be interested in antiques and steam engines and beautiful things.
Right, Fred?
As well as liking the world of Queen Victoria, she'd like have to be able to answer the telephone and be a bit diplomatic with people who ring me up and want me to do all sorts of unbelievable things that I don't want to do. Or, you know, have enough sense to suss the nutcases out from the genuine ones and get it all written down on a bit of paper. Somebody who can write. I like nice dresses, preferably the ones that fit. I suppose I'm a bit kinky, really, black nylons and high heel shoes and all of that sort of thing, which I think that black nylons and high heel shoes enhance a lady's legs, make them look nice. Half the tattle Alison had, I picked it. Majority of her best frocks were blackened. You know.
Fired by such visions, Fred pressed on with fitting out the matrimonial bedroom of the extension, which he'd built in happier times, knowing that while there might be no shortage of candidates willing and eager to share it, few, if any, would be likely to meet the specification for the lady of his dreams.
Women then, when, you know, maybe that painting were done about 1870, like, they started at 6 o'clock in the morning, and, like, they all live within 200 yards of the bloody place, so they went home for the breakfast and had half an hour at home and then went back to work, you know. I mean, my mother did that. She worked in a bleach works, and, you know, I don't think it did them any harm because she lasted till she were 80. They knew a bit about working, them who worked in them places. You know, England sort of led the world then, and, you know, everybody were nose to the grindstone, weren't they? All the tattle they had were hydraulic, weren't it? Everything, you know, the mandel job. I mean, now there's more time for looking beautiful than ever, isn't there? Because all the modern tattle, you know, washing machines, dishwashers, fancy cookers, microwaves, even record machines you don't have to get off your bum for to make go, you know. But, I mean, there's none of this winding it up with the handle now, is there? Like they did. There's like this equal rights thing now, isn't there? You know, I mean, never get any of them down pits or at the top of a factory chimney, do you? No way. But they want, you know, half of everything. Difficult.
Fred was not to be tempted. He prudently decided to stay aloof from these concerns and to keep his mind on his work.
A bit loose, Ronnie, this. I don't think it'll fall off. It feels pretty solid up the middle, you know, wherever it's rocking about on.
Look at that. Is it just the one joint that's loose?
Hey? Well, I can't hear you for the traffic, what?
Is it just the one joint that's loose?
Yeah. You'd never believe it, would you?
It's no wonder they were worried about it. Well, what do you reckon then?
We'll have to
Put
do
a
something about
staging
that.
round.
Another one over there like that. Lightning conductor fell off as well. You can see straight through it there, daylight. See the train going by.
The only remedy, really, is like a load of ironwork like round it.
Will it stop it from moving or what?
Oh, aye, it'll hold it together. Like a cast iron corner.
How thick will they be? And
Well, the inch diameter iron rods and cast iron pieces on corners. So there's no way that them 8 corners can spread out. And then it'll be right then. Once we've done it, like, they'd hold the pack of dominoes together, you know.
And how long do you think the bars will last when you know...
Well, put it this way, me and thee won't be around, you know. Even if you don't paint them, they'll last that long.
And how much you think it'll cost now?
Well, about £2 grand. Like, you know, it seems a lot, but there's a lot of engineering. And the other thing is, every side's a different bloody size. You know, with them who built it, they weren't so good with ruler, you see.
And do you think the job, you know, will be right after we've had the...
That bottom part, definitely, it's got it by the what's-its. There's no way it can move anywhere then.
No.
And the thing is to get a grip of it before it gets a grip of you.
£2,000, it's... want some finding, first of all.
Just
But,
try and
we'll
think.
have to put a project up for it,
Yeah.
you know, before we...
Yeah.
We can...
See if they can raise the... Have a raffle. Yeah, if every day were like today, it'd be beautiful, this job. It's not so pleasant when the wind's bloody howling and paint's blowing off the edge of brush all over your specs. You know, you think, well, did I start this job, you know? God forbid another 17 years of this, pay off the mortgage. You know, I was nearly ready for retiring, you know. Well, not retiring, I'll never retire, I'll die doing something like, but, you know, like, having life a lot easier than what it has been, you know, over the last 17 years. And now, you know, I've got another 17 years of it. I'm getting old and it's a young man's job. There's not a lot we can do with that.
What sort of a job is it, that? Is it a lengthy job?
What?
A lengthy job?
Yeah, not really.
Oh,
What worries me is what's behind, you know,
yeah.
how the masonry is. I mean, here, there's a great crack to shove my fingers in. Working round churches is quite nice and peaceful, you know, and at least you're doing something that it has a fair chance of surviving, like, you know, they don't knock them all down. I think some of these Victorians who made the money out of spinning mills were paving the way into heaven when they built some of these in the 1870s, you know, like they'd had the skin off the backs of all the lads, like, and, you know, we'll build a nice church. These blokes who built this particular church must have had a hell of a battle because it's made out of local flag rock, which is terrible stuff to chop. It's hard as iron. It's not like it were when we first come up. You can't swing it about now. We're rocking about 3 inches before each way.
Well, from here, it looks as if you made a solid job.
Oh,
And
it's
it'll
all
be
right now.
here.
And all spires pointed and everything. Won't
It'll
rain
be for
in no
another
more.
couple 100 years, will it? It'll be there for a couple of 100 years.
Oh, easy.
Good.
But there's no way it's going to fall down no more.
Oh.
Be there when we're all dead. We arrived the other day to have a look at the bell, and like the sort of skyline in the cemetery had changed, you know. God, you know, it's about 24 gravestones been cocked over and smashed to pieces, you know. It's about £10,000 worth of damage, you know. What sort of people are these who can come around and shove over things like that that have been stood there for 100 years and just smash them to pieces, you know? They're evidently more than children, you know, for shove a stone over like that. You know, in the stages of early manhood. The thing is that they're either out of work very unhappy and have a grudge against society as, you know, as we did know it, you know, all nice and peaceful and proper. And, you know, they just want to disrupt everything that they can bloody lay their hands on that's disruptable, you know. Why, you know, have we gone like this now? Because things were really bad in the 1930s, you know, people were actually hungry. You know, none of these people are hungry and have no bloody shoes. And yet them fellas in 1930, they didn't do it, did they? Sort of it, you know, I don't know. The thing is, they lived in a world full of bloody fear. They knew if they did the wrong thing, it'd be trouble. And now they have no fear of anything, you know. I mean, I think we've definitely gone too bloody soft. You know, without a doubt. I mean, poor little Johnny couldn't help it. You know, he's under a lot of stress and this, that, and t'other. I mean, bloody Ayatollah, if you pinch a loaf of bread there, like, bang, you know, it's the whole finger off, you know. And I think if they did a bit of that here, like, the things would be a bit straighter. I mean, Isle of Man, the vandalism there when they had the butch were, I believe, you know, this is only what I've read in papers, were practically non-existent. And now, you know, the wonderful bloody common market job, they've been stopped using it, you know. I can't do it no more, you know, because the common market says so. You know, it'll never get any better until they bloody fire them into line, you know, like national service or something like that. But, I mean, there's all these arguments against it, but the people who argue against it never come up with a bloody solution, do they? Never. You know, it just goes steadily worse day by day. So what can you do? You know, there's a lot to be said for the olden days, I say, you know, and how they did things. You were better craftsmen, you know, better at everything, really. Had more respect for property and things of that nature. Now they have no respect for nothing. You know, all they want is a life of bloody pleasure. Difficult.
Nothing was happening to cheer Fred up these days, and he had now taken on a felling job as dangerous as any he had ever tackled.
Right, this is a bit of an unusual subject, this tower, because I've only ever done one before and things didn't quite go right, you know, but I learned a lot, and I think I'll have this one right, you know. We're going to undermine half of the tower, but all the staircase and everything, and prop it up on the sticks like we do with the chimney, and then set fire to it, you know what I mean? We've got everything calculated right. It's got to fall over. There's no man can say this is going to go exactly like, I mean, them fellas who send bloody rockets off to moon and space and all of that, look how many clangers they have. And that they're clever fellas, you know, I mean, it's some sort of feeling. Somehow or other, this tower, it'll be right, this one. It'll be a good one, you know. Xylophone. You put a bit of weight on them now, they're bent. Yeah, a few 100 tons squeezing on them now. And all these stairs all the way up for 7 floors. Apart from this bit here. Some of that'll have to come out.
Go on, lad. Just there's food stuck in. Just a minute.
Hey? No, here we go. As near as you can get them to it. It'll do, though. Get it, tip them up. Get them more to it rain. When we're ready, I'll give you the word and we'll get them all out. Well, no, I think what'll happen, it'll go over and then it'll all disintegrate, you know. Hopefully, you know. I don't know, really. I must have had it with a clanger, you know. It didn't work very well. It's all there, lads, here with the tyres now. The bomb site. there's 2 props around the corner, which is very critical. You know, we've got to have a good fire there. On top of the aircock. Oh, they'll be right, I think. You know, like we've only ever done one of these before and it went wrong, but I think I learned a lot of lessons with that one. We're a bit down on tyres, really. We could do with some for the inside and we haven't got any, you know. So it looks like a bit of a potluck job. Everything could burn away and the thing stay up. That's the worst. But somehow or other, with the weight that's on the props, I don't think that's going to happen, you know. There's a lot of tons on this, just on the outside, you know. And what there is of woodwork inside won't keep the bugger up, I don't think. You know, it'll pull it off them sticks that are inside. Now then, you're going to enjoy this. All I want you to do is light the fire, you see. And so I'm very superstitious, you know, I don't like doing it myself. So I'll show you where to light it, and then as soon as we've got it going, you can toodle off over there to a safe place, you see. So we'll get rid of all the crowd, and we're away. And then it's keep your fingers crossed and pray, you know. Look, this time, we're away. Right, come on, run this going. Don't fall down there. There you are. Stick it in there. That's it, come on, you've done it. No, that'll do. Right, come on. Round the corner that way. Mind your haircut. In here, love. Hey, oh. In there. Yeah. Down there. Let's go on in there. Got the bonfire going now. No, you're all right, love. You can go over there out it.
Have a go shop now, Deb.
They must have rung them up, you know. Yeah. Hey, outside, come on. Come on, outside. Outside.
Hey, go up there.
Go on. Scat. Where's he gone, that? The corner's cracked all the way across down there. It's that bloody central stairwell that's holding it up. You see a big crack there. Can you see that crack on the corner there, see? Look. You see that crack coming? There's something going now. Wait a minute, I think it's time we should retire. thing up. Look at them, they're bent. Big crack in the wrong place. Go and have a look round the other side. Can't see proper for smoke. That bloody pillar in the middle's gone, there's only that corner holding it up. And we have it going. There's no more. Oh, no. The end of another one. To the pub. Did you like that? I think next time we'll make the gap a bit bigger. An hole in my pocket. Make the gap a bit bigger, because did you see how they went then, props? Shorter and shorter, you know, and bent like, and they were a bit worrying, you know. I think next time about 2'6" instead of, you know, 18 inches or so. Yeah, they always do, you know. Be a brave man who can tackle one of them with a box of matches and not feel any worry, wouldn't you? They're in a bloody big heap now, isn't it? Right. Yeah, well, we're off to the pub now. You want one of them bricks?